you are in the first year of running your clinic, if you have just started your clinic and it's the first year, or you are running a second clinic, you're starting a second clinic in a second location, and it's for that second clinic it's the first year, then this video is very important for you. uh, the key importance point is to fix the mental planning, the mental assumptions stage that happens in the very first year when the doctor starts a clinic. How typically a doctor think, 6-8 months it takes to get a footing to start the clinic and get some footing thing. Now practically the problem really is, what is your criteria of your footing? you know for some person 50,000 per month will be good enough, for some person 1 lakh per month is not sufficient, right? So, and how much of this is practically achievable? Because when you are actually starting a new clinic, what actually happens, practically happens, is one day you will have one patient. After that, next two second third day you will not have any patient. On the fourth day you might have another one or two patients, and fifth day you will still not have zero patient, and the sixth day you will have a phone call. You are desperate now, it's a 6 day, it's the end of the week, and you all of a sudden receive a phone call and the patient says, oh, I'm going to come, and in the evening I will come, and on this time, and he didn't show up, and now you start giving to that phone call to that patient. Hi, you are supposed to come, you have booked an appointment, and that person is not picking the phone call, and you are slightly disappointed. Oh, I was expecting this patient, I wanted more patients. And the next week the same cycle repeats again and again and again. The point is, you have one patient one day, then you have another 2-3 days you do not have any patient, then another 1 or 2 patient, then another 1 or 2 days you do not have any patient. So this is the cycle for the very first year, almost, at least for the next the first 6-8 months, right? So what should be a criteria of क्लिनिक जमने लग गया है, थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस जमने लग गई है? So what is the criteria? There have to be some benchmark in the criteria on it, and it have not to be in the times side. The point is, we only think about the time, the 6 months, 8 months. अरे किस basis पे? There have to be the basis, because you have a monthly expense. As soon as you start a clinic, there is a rent of the clinic. You are paying your receptionist assistant, the electricity and other utility bills of the clinic. So these are monetary figure. या तो क्लिनिक का जमने का क्राइटेरिया आप ये बनाइए, you make a criteria of settling of the clinic, getting a foothold of the clinic in terms of monetary targets, that every month I am making an X amount per month, then my clinic is getting a footing on it with थोड़ा जमने लग गया है क्लिनिक, क्योंकि हर महीने में X amount averaging out next last 3-4 months से every month I am getting an X amount per month. Because this is very important, because you you are paying the rent, which is in money, you are paying the utility bills of the clinic, which is in money, you are paying the receptionist assistant, which is the monetary figure. It is not time related figure, 6-8 months, right? So either you make the criteria of in terms of money, you are making X amount per month, averaging out for last 2-3 months, तो clinic जमने लग गया है. Or the second way out is, which practically is much more achievable, is क्योंकि एक दिन कभी पेशेंट आ रहा है, कभी पेशेंट 2-3 दिन तक, 1-2 दिन तक आ नहीं रहा है, फिर तीसरे दिन पेशेंट आ रहा है, फिर आ नहीं रहा है, तो much more practically achievable is you start calculating your patient in 50-50. So my first 50 patient, my first 100 patient, अब मेरे 150 पेशेंट हो गए. Now I've achieved the 200 patient, now I've achieved the 250 patient. So every 50 patient you have achieved, now you are making some progress towards that monthly fix. So this is much more practical, and it helps you organize much more practically, because the start in every clinic for the initial 6-8 months, 9, 8, 10, rather 10 months, 12 months is very, very slow. So it's much more practical, and you have to use your savings and investments to do the initial investments for the 6 months of the operating expenses related to the clinic. So the much more practical angle is, you calculate, okay, I've got received the 50 patients, Now I've received the 100 patient, now I have 150 patient, now I have 100, 200 patient, now I have 250 patient, now I have 300 patient. For at least the initial 1 year or the at least initial 8 months, 10 months, 11 months span, you ideally should be going with this criteria. And then you can start calculating, averaging out per month. After that 11-12 month phase, you have some 300 to 50, 400 patients. Then you can say averaging out per month, I am making X amount per month, which so now I'm nearing to the no profit no loss figure. So थोड़ा clinic जमने लग गया. So this should be the criteria, not a blind 6-8 महीने तो लगता है. There have to be some criteria of that 6 or 8 months. That is the point that I wanted you to focus on. The criteria, either you place it on terms of money, that I'm making X amount per month, averaging out from last 3-4 months, I'm making an X amount minimum per month. So मेरा clinic जमने लग गया. और मच मोर प्रैक्टिकल आइडिया इज, मेरे 50 पेशेंट हो गए, 100 पेशेंट हो गए, 150 पेशेंट हो गए, 200 पेशेंट हो गए, 250 पेशेंट हो गए. Every 50 more patient that you achieve, you start calculating that for the initial 10 months, till you have at least 300, 400, 500 patients, or at least your 10 months are passed. So that way it's again much more doable and practical things, managing the अनसर्टेनिटी फैक्टर. किसी दिन पेशेंट आएगा, किसी उसके बाद 1-2 दिन नहीं आएगा, फिर एक आध पेशेंट आएगा, फिर 1-2 दिन नहीं आएगा. सो ये सारे फैक्टर्स को कैलकुलेट करते हुए, and everywhere the start is very slow, but these are the two criteria you need to keep in the mind. So the focus of this, the point of this entire video was, हम मेंटल प्लानिंग स्टेज पे ही हम रॉन्ग क्वालिटी प्लानिंग कर रहे हैं, हम रॉन्ग एजम्पशंस लेके चल रहे हैं. आप एजम्पशन ले रहे हो कि 6-8 महीने में क्लिनिक जमेगा, बट किस बेस पे जमेगा? देयर हैव टू बी सम क्राइटेरिया ऑफ दैट बेस, आइदर मेक इट ऑन द मनी एंगल और मेक इट ऑन द नंबर ऑफ पेशेंट्स एंगल, राइट? So this is the way our mental assumptions, mental planning, mental calculations, we are trying to fine tune and trying to fix it to get much more comparatively better results. Hope this was interesting.